Hello and welcome back to my Story Corner. It feels like it's been a while since I recorded a lot in one day instead of spacing it out, and so I actually haven't recorded for this for quite a while. But anyways, today we're going to be talking about Pandora's Chorus. We're going to start with episode 1, and before I get into that, I just wanted to cover a couple things. First of all, this is not a React series. I know it has a somewhat similar format, but none of these are initial reactions. Without fail, every episode I'll do of this, I'll have seen what I'm watching a couple times before. At least twice. It's not about my reactions, it's more about discussion. And just, talking about parts of it I liked, I suppose. It's also not a review. I guess it could be compared to a review, but the difference is I'm not trying to be critical with any of this. I'm not trying to look for good things and bad things. I'm just watching it and talking about it. If I notice something bad, but it doesn't really bother me, I might not even say anything. But for the most part, I'm not telling you how good these things are or whether or not you should watch them. I think you should definitely watch them. If I'm doing a video of this, it's because I think you should watch it. So that's not in question here. The purpose of my story corners are to not only give me a chance to kind of discuss things, but also to bring some attention to things. Like maybe you haven't even heard of Pandora's Chorus, and now you have because I just did a video on it. That's more the idea here. If you want reviews, go to Nightmare's channel. Actually, I might just... I wasn't planning on endorsing the Nightmare. The Nightmare is similar to this, but she does reviews of things in the animation community, and it's really underappreciated. She does a really good job. I feel like her reviews are constructive, but also really well done. And she just does a good job, and she does not get enough love. So I'm gonna, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna put her link in the description. You can go watch her. That'll be a good time. But anyways, the other thing I wanted to talk about was I've had people ask me why I don't have the video playing in my video, so the video I'm watching playing in my video, and there's actually a specific reason for that. If I have someone's entire animation playing in my video, I've just stolen their show, and rather than bringing them views, I'm actually letting people watch their video without them getting any real credit for it. And although I think that there is a way you can do that does work, that isn't stealing, I think that going through the entire video and just watching it, I'm not comfortable with that. So the purpose of these videos being to bring attention to that original animation that this animator has made, the purpose of these videos is I would really appreciate it if people would either watch the video beforehand, because I have the link in the description there. It's just one click away. Most of these videos are like less than 10 minutes. If you're already planning on watching one of my podcasts, then another 10 minutes to go watch a video is nothing. Or, if you want, you can open the video in another tab and wait for me to... I'll press a button and it'll make a noise. When I start the video, you can watch it literally while I'm watching it and still get views for them. So, everybody wins. And with all that said, I'm gonna open it up and we're gonna watch the first episode of Pandora's Chorus by I'll Bring You Down. This was released December 31st of 2014. So I'm a little behind here, but I'll probably catch up soon enough. There are 3 episodes released so far, each one getting longer and longer, and episode 4, I believe, is coming fairly soon. I'm not sure about that, but I've seen preview stuff up for it, so they're at least working on it. It's coming. Alright. I'm going to start the video now. And we open up with Twin Tail Productions. I would usually make fun of them for saying production company, but this is actually a group of people making this. And we start off with some narration here, which doesn't bother me. It's the first episode. I also really like... This is... I don't know what a chorus is, at least not spelled that way, but I do like how this is centered kind of loosely around the Pandora's box myth, which is pretty neat.
The 3 trapped each of the evils into a stone to be locked away forever. The 3 feared the possibility of the box being opened, so they placed a powerful magic within the box.
So I'm wondering, you say, are the stones in the box? So they locked the evils in the stones, and then they locked a box. Is the box holding the stones, or is the box holding them?
Would aid in trapping the evils once again.
I think they're in the box.
Darkness in their hearts sought the magic for their own gain, so the evils were hidden deep within the earth.
So my question is, why does it give the person who opens the box releasing the evils powers? Because, I mean, I'd assume that the person... I said I wouldn't be critical, and now I'm getting critical. I don't really care. It's a good animation. It's really pretty. And I like how it's kind of interlaced here, where it's like the opening of the actual story and the background kind of interweaved. And someone just stole a baby. That guy's got a nice chin strap beard going on. Got some moles, one with no pupils. I hope he can see. I mean, like, he doesn't have pupils. I don't know how that works. He's got glowy eyes. I guess that means he's evil or magic. He trips on a stick, and I always thought that was kind of funny. Like, he just kind of steps on a stick, and he's like, "Oh gosh," and throws a baby. Like, this guy's pretty messed up. He just tossed a baby after stealing it. Like, who does that? And now the opening. I love the opening. I gotta say, I've always loved this opening. I like the music choice and all the images. You also notice at this point that this got a pretty rock star cast going. Nate DeGreat, that's my boy. However, it also makes me question if maybe the first episode was supposed to be longer, because it talks about a bunch of characters who aren't even introduced in this episode. And I don't remember there being that many evils, so did the good things... I don't know, because it showed that shot of all the stones. Are some of the stones the goods as well? The 3 goods? Because I thought there were only 5 evils. I don't know.
Like we've been walking forever.
And there's my boy, Nate.
Maybe just stop for a few minutes?
Had him on sonar
Rest
once.
up a while?
Come on, George. You heard the call back there.
I'd make fun of George for saying, "Aw, geez," out loud, but I do the same thing, so I can't really blame him. I can't really talk about that.
For now, the safest place for us is beyond the kingdom's boundaries.
I still don't get what's so bad about being trapped in here. The king's a nice fellow. We could just tell him that we're passing through and we'll be on our way.
It seems pretty serious, George. The king's guards are far from their borders. Something big must have happened for them to move this far south. I think it's safest to keep moving and just stay out of the way.
If you say so.
Oh, I love this part right here. She, like, hushes him with her tail. I just think that's hilarious. Just smack with the tail.
I think it came from over here.
I hear something, then the noise happens.
Be careful, El!
If I hadn't seen that her name was Elpida in the credits,
Hello there, little fella.
I'd be confused and think her name was El.
What is it, Elpida?
Now
What's
I
the
know that
matter?
it's Elpida.
Oh, relax, George. It's just a little pup. Oh, you poor thing. You look so scared and lonely.
I can imagine someone making fun of this, like, "Oh, we've just found a baby, let's take it." But, like, if you found a baby in the forest,
We are not leaving.
I don't know, if I found a baby in the forest,
Innocent little
I'd
pup.
probably take it with me and be like, "Man, I found a baby."
Well,
Like,
what
it's
if
crazy.
It doesn't have a family? Then what?
Then
I don't think you understand how this works, George.
we'll just have to take care of it.
And that's when everyone shipped Elpida and George, right there, that
Come
moment.
on, George. Look at him. He's so scared. We can't just leave him.
And it's at this point that I'm just gonna say the art on this in this entire series is just stellar. Like, look at all
No,
this.
they won't.
It's not fully animated, but it's still really
You
good.
and I both know that. Guards are like
Oh,
that.
spooky!
They never
I don't.
abandon
How did I not notice that? The spooky wolf
Come
right
on.
there.
We've got to keep going.
Is that I don't remember seeing that before. That bothers me that I didn't notice that until now. I feel really stupid. Well, anyways, now credits are rolling. Is given the program so that people don't ask about it in the comment section. I gotta say, it's a really short first episode, or at least it feels really short, because there was all that, exposition kind of weaved in at the beginning. But it does, I don't know, it leaves you with a lot of questions, and I think that's good. I think that's a good thing for a first episode to do. So at least from what we've seen in the first episode, it looks to be that George and Elpida are the kind of focus, question mark. these are all just speculations, but like, and then maybe the king guy whose baby was stolen, maybe they'll run into him. I don't know. But it seems like, I don't know, at least at this point, it looks like there's a lot going on. Like, we've got magic rocks with evil things in a box, and everyone wants to get the box, but then nobody cares about the box because we gotta steal the baby pup. And so I'm wondering, maybe is the box like an allegory? Like, is it an actual physical box? Or maybe are they gonna pull one of those where the baby is the box? And like all the evils are trapped inside the baby, maybe? Baby, maybe. Like, maybe they have to... The reason why the spooky eye guy, this spooky wolf, was taking the baby was because it's got the magic in it. I don't know. I just guess that's why you gotta watch episodes 2, 3, and eventually 4, and eventually 5, maybe? But anyways, yeah, that was Pandora's Chorus. Still don't know what a chorus is, but I know what the Pandora part is. It was good. I enjoyed it. I don't know. I can definitely see that there's a lot of effort being put into this, and there's a lot of heart going into this. I feel like Elpida is just a solid character. George needs some development, but it's also, he's been on screen for like a minute, like 2 minutes. But I mean, I'm excited to see where these characters go. I don't know if I personally ship George and Elpida, just because I don't think that's necessary. I mean, I wouldn't be bothered if they had a relationship, but I don't think it's entirely necessary. I don't know. Those are just my thoughts on the series so far. So thanks for listening to this. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed making it. Have a nice day.